just something else to watch. Game 2 was, I want to say, nearly the same tempo as Game 1, but Boom ID just closed it out.
Yeah.
And if they can do that again here, if they can run around TNC as they did in Game 1, hit their own timings well, and exploit the weaknesses in TNC's draft, again, that brings them one step closer towards that DPC minor. And that's something they really want.
Of course, early on. Hyde now, going to say hello to March. March will say hello back. It's Mikoto. Still basically free farming in the mid lane. In fact, they're going to try and make maybe a bit of a jump here. March will throw the Centaur in, but it's spotted very easily. But here comes Tims. He needs a disruption on Hyde, and he'll get it. This should be a very easy Rubik kill. And, well, with the Remnant there as well, Hyde surely doesn't get out, and doesn't, though Mikoto is going to try and punish for this. He'll move forward onto Tims. He has Boundless Strike if he wants to, and Tims, he may not even need it. Mikoto, one more right click will do the job, and he does get it. In fact, he may turn onto March now, or just Armel. And never mind, Remnant comes out, Jingu Mastery is over. They get the stomp off as well. Makoto needs to get the hell out of here. Armel wants to chase Mischief. It will not dodge anything, but Makoto is still running. Fairy Fire! It won't be enough. Armel does find the kill. It's going to be a fair bit of golden XP going to the way of this Void Spirit.
It really is, and that was a bit of a greedy play from Boom ID. Just holding out too long in that Boundless Strike. They might find more here, TNC.
Yeah, Tims just finds the disruption and Armel gets in there. Tims will take the kill for himself this time around, but what does it matter? Armel, he just needs XP right now and he's getting all of it. Like, they're going to jump in again. Makoto, this is very risky. He'll go after March. Remnant will be there. He cannot Mischief dodge that, and there's a stomp from March. Boundless Strike is perfectly placed from Makoto, but it's not enough damage without the Boundless Strike active.
Well, lane start, I'd say, is pretty close to even now. He's not doing too bad for himself. Gonna be happy with those kills. Mikoto is still definitely ahead. But now, at the very least, TNC doesn't need to worry about their Void Spirit too much.
Gabby gets stunned up. Won't be bothering him, though, as disruption will come in onto Hyde. Stampede immediately, but they have the net from March's neutral creep, and with that, Hyde is a sitting duck. They'll chase Tims, though, FBZ. In fact, Hyde will be able to get away. Kescute, he'll find Tims. Gabby now just wanting to get himself out of there safely, and he does do so. They didn't actually manage to find Hyde on the Rubik. They switched their attention over to FBZ to try and protect Tims. It does not work out in their favor.
Yeah, it's a bit rough. I mean, it's not the worst trade in the world, just losing your Shadow Demon, at the very least, is not too bad. And FBZ will get a bit of a push going on this tower.
Kodo, straight onto Gabby. He does wait for March. He was there to spot that out. And now they'll turn around to Hyde again. They're feeling very confident, but it's 4v2 right now. More heroes to TP, though. KP, he'll Rolling Thunder. Straight after that, Oracle and Armel will be able to take Kescute out, and now they found Hyde as well. So both supports go down. The rest of Boom ID just TP the hell out of there. And it looked like it was going to be pretty bad for TNC, but yeah, just I say that, he does have 2 kills, but I'm saying, since he's been roaming, he hasn't found anything, but KP, actually a nice chop of the tree, does get the stun off onto Makoto, though he'll just tree jump away again. Armel now going to be here. They'll go after FBZ. There's the disruption coming out with the Remnant setup, though you still have this Monkey King to help FBZ. He's a very tanky boy. They're going to stampede in straight after Tims on that Shadow Demon. They'll get the hoof stomp off of Makoto. He doesn't want a part of this. The Rolling Thunder. They'll find Tims straight off the bat, but can they get Makoto out of there? It looks like they may not be able to as the chains come in from Dreamer's Soul, and now they'll go after KP instead. So they'll make it a 2-for-0 trade so far for Boom ID. Now March is a sitting duck. He's trying to run away, but they should have enough damage. March is still tanking all this damage coming in from Boom ID. And well, eventually they will get it. Hyde will pick it up on the Rubik. But still a fantastic team fight coming out from Boom. And both teams seem pretty okay with just continuing to farm up. Hyde, gonna get caught out at the bot lane. Gabby will actually morph into the Rubik for the lift. Still though, Gabby might be in a bit of trouble here with this Wukong's command. He's falling very low and he's out of mana. There's no way out of this, Gabby. He does go down. And some very quick rotations coming up from Boom ID though. Tims, disruption in the tree line. Makoto won't mind though. He just jumps out with his new defusal, and Tims has no way out of this situation. Boundless is there if he needs it, but he does not. Makoto will clean up the Shadow Demon, though mid lane, the T1 has started being taken. Dreamer's Cell, he could not save it, but he wants to take a team fight. KP falls very low very quickly and does go down. So it's going to be a 3-for-0 trade, and maybe it may even be 4 as March does get Primal Springed up. Makoto does need a bit of help here. Or maybe he doesn't. Once the Boundless Strike's available, he may just, you know, kill him. In fact, Dreamer's Soul will take it for himself. And with... get a bit of spell life still with the Vampire Fangs if you really wanted, but he's going to jump in and he does not actually get the Oracle. Not quite enough damage. Kescute got the False Promise off, and now the Rolling Thunder. KP, he wants to go in. He finds 3 of them straight off the bat. Makoto wants to get the hell out of there. Or maybe they go back in. FBZ, he's still around and still ready to go in. They did commit the Stampede, though, so they haven't got the best entrance into this team fight as FBZ. Ball's very low, but now a cube is rolling around the map. Hide? That's not how that's meant to work, John. Mel. Gonna set up with the Remnant once again. Still, FBZ, he's so darn tanky. Just with that pipe, they just aren't able to burst him down. And now Tim's, he's falling very low, and Dreamer Soul, he'll pick up the kill. And in fact, they'll keep going for more Dreamer Soul. Can he find anybody else with the chains? It's not off cooldown yet, so we'll have to wait it out. But perhaps just with that one kill, they may be satisfied enough to just try and take the safer play and force in the T1 tower. In fact, never mind. They got the chains off of the Pango. KP was a bit far forward. He got the shield crash off, but it doesn't mean anything. Gabby again trying to burst on the Monkey King, but it does not work out in his favor. And Dreamer Cell gets the chains off. Now they get the ensnare, and it looks like they may lose the Morphing, though no, the disruption was there in time. Gabby, he'll wait for him out of there barely, but Dreamer Cell again with the chains, and now the purge as well, though Gabby's still surviving throughout all this. He's just Agi and Strength morphing his way to victory. Dreamer Cell, he does go down in the end. Now Kesku trying to run out of there, but Armel has the Remnant. And Gabby, I mean, he was on the brink of dying for at least a minute there, John. He just survived the whole way. Perhaps they may just force a team fight instead. It's KP keeping eyes out on FBZ. Rest of the team are coming in. Hoofstomp is there. KP. Armel, meanwhile, top lane. Going after Hyde, and they're going to be able to find this Rubik kill. Though bot lane, they do end up finding FBZ with the stun, but the rotations are slowly but surely coming in. But there's a shotgun. It won't do enough with the pipe. Tim's falling very low, and he does go down to Dreamer Cell. And now the Boundless Strike straight onto Gabby. He's still morphed into that Centaur form, and now he'll morph back. Dreamer Cell just juking himself around this team fight as the rest come in. And it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Both pulse 4s. In fact, never mind. They go for more KP. He's been caught out of position. It's not going to be enough, though, as Armel jumps in the backlines and again finds another support with the double damage rune. KP looking for more. Had they had the BKB?
For sure.
March.
They are jumping on March, but that's an Enchantress.
It is. Boundless Strike does connect. Hoofstomp is there as well. March is healing up, though. And, well, you could probably just TP out.
No. I mean, it's Enchantress, though, right? Like, you should know that is bound to happen. In fact, Remo Cell up top.
Oh, that's a big catch. Armel, can he hold him down? Remnant not being thrown out yet, but here comes Gabby. Ethereal is available. He just needs vision. Remusor has no remnants left, so he's going to make a run for it. And Armel, well, there was a remnant out towards the north. Now he really doesn't have any, as Tim's gets the disruption off Dreamosaur. He needs another 8 seconds. No real mana to spare, though, anyway. So he's just trying to waste time at this point. If he gets out, it would be an absolute miracle. There's a Remnant. He's trying to juke them out here. He doesn't actually have the mana to commit to go to the Remnant. And Armel may assume he's gone. Dreamosaur. No, they'll find him. 1,040 damage.
No escape for our Ember Spirit in any case.
Armel jumps in on FBZ. He's surrounded, though. That was a bit of a bait coming out, and unfortunately for Armel, he fell for it. And now Tim's. Well, Armel gets baited, and then Tim's gets baited by his own teammate. It happens. But with that,
It happened.
it's not good for TNC, though. They lose their mid-void spirit. Finds Dreamer so alone. Just bursts him down with the ethereal shotgun. Gabby, though, going to try and make a run out. He has morphed into the Ember, throws the chains up, bit of a slight, and Gabby should be okay. They don't have the catch for the morph.
Yeah, that's rough.
Just yourself, sir. Do not have Stampede available right now, and well, Makoto, I can say the same for you. They're going to jump in, Armel, again, trying to bait them out. Now they're rolling Thunder from KP, straight onto the backlines. In fact, no, straight after Makoto, but he beat KP's up. He wants to try and fight this. KP, though, going to roll out of there, and they can just wait out this BKB duration, though, no. FBZ, he will jump in with the stun onto the Morph. Gabby, though, cops absolutely no damage, and now Armel, straight on the Rubik. In fact, never mind, they want FBZ on that Centaur. Glimmer Cape will save for now. Can he actually get himself out, though? They get the Yules off by Armel, and FBZ is basically a sitting duck, or is he? Remnant is there to bring him back, and now the false promise. FBZ is still alive somehow. TNC, though, want to really bring this man down. It looks like they will not find him, as he does manage to get up thanks to that false Gabby. He does have help behind him, though, in the form of Tims, but there's the Boundless Strike into the Primal Spring. Now the lift as well, but disruption straight away from Tims, but they'll jump on the backlines. Straight away, try and take him out. He's being forced stuffed out of there, but FBZ does find him now. March, he's a sitting duck. He doesn't have the heal this time around, and he does go down, but KP with the Rolling Thunder. Armel in the back, controlling Kescute, forcing out the false promise, and KP does get chained up. Dreamer Cell does find himself another nice pick, if he can get it though, as Gabby is still around the area and Tims has brought back with March. They're all making their way back in. Dreamer Cell, though, going straight after that Void Spirit. Armel being chained up, he'll be okay. Meanwhile, Tims, that's a dieback on the Shadow Demon. He does go down to Makoto. Now they've got that Ember once again, but he's still surviving throughout all this. Dreamer Cell, Madden to live. He still survives. The disruption coming out from the Rubik. Now Gabby's falling low. Makoto, he'll find KP. No buyback available on him. It looks like Dreamer Cell is somehow still alive, and Armel's forced to TP out as they will lose Gabby. And March, he just bought back as well, John. It's going to be 2 diebacks, and nobody's going to have buyback available on the side of TNC.
Oh man, it feels like we've seen this one before.
Ultra kill for Makoto.
Oh, just off the back of a fight like that, that is going to be a few objectives lost for TNC. I don't think the high ground's under heavy threat, but it's a possibility. They might at least lose a tier 3 there. And you can't really do too much. Like, the respawn for Gabby's pretty darn long. The diebacks are going to cost him as well. It's going to be a very hard defense. At the very least, they have to fortify to buy some time.
It's just, I guess you wouldn't be expecting Boom to be pushing tier 3 this early on, but never hurts to save buyback gold. Could be 1 racks. You could run down bot, as there is a mid tier 2 still standing, so you don't have the mid option. Looks like they won't bother, they'll play it safe. They've got a basher up to start this Roshan now. They want to try and force out this team fight, and you've got to admit, with these new items coming out on Boom, they have really spiked. It's going to be a very tough team fight to try and take, especially with that Wukong's command.
Definitely. They do know something's up. The pings are flying out.
Remnant. Get the Roshan. So it's very low. They've got to hurry up if they want to try and contest. And KP, he'll jump in. Still, Wukong's is there, and Roshan alive, and KP, he's bursted. Makoto, he does manage to pick up the Aegis, and now they want to go for more. Remnants forward straight away into the back lines. That's a lot of damage on March straight away. Mel, meanwhile, getting caught out with the double damage active, but it's not going to be enough as Makoto is on top. They get the disruption off from Tims. Is it going to matter? It is absolutely not. Shotgun is there from Gabby, but it doesn't do enough as the Balance Strike comes in. Gabby, no! And now March going to get chased down. Tims. Oh, I think that's over, John. It's no buybacks on your cores. March, we know he doesn't have buyback. He just died back. He'll run towards the fountain. Makoto, do you keep diving? Not really. But there should be megas.
It should be. They've got enough time for it. They've got the Aegis. There's really nothing to worry about right now. And just like that, TNC. The big thing there was that Armel tried to dissimulate out, but he got caught on the lower ground. He didn't manage to cliff up.
There's March trying to do something as an Enchantress, but he is just going to die. Although, maybe not. He's going to walk out of there, apparently. They don't even care about him. They're just going after those tier 4s. He does have them healing up, though. So if they can delay this with this Rolling Thunder, it could be massive. In fact, they've delayed it enough that their teammates are coming back online, so it's not going to be GG. They hold on for another, at least, couple minutes. As 2 Raxes go down.
Now. You can't burst this guy down straight up, or you'd have to expend all your spells, really, to even make a dent.
TNC, they're trying to push out the other lanes and force the side of Boom ID back, but Boom ID not falling for it this time. They'll just have to delay this as long as possible, but Gabby gets caught out. There's the Abyssal as well. Can they burst him down? It could be really bad though. No, Gabby, he will survive. Now Makoto getting very low. He pops BKB!
Oh my.
That's his Aegis gone. This is the opening TNC needed. They'll get the Remnant off. He's just stuck there right now, but there's the Wukong's command coming out. They just need to run out of that ring. March, he will go down. Buyback is still on cooldown for him, so he can't get back into this, but it looks like they've protected that tier 3 though. Armel still going. He'll get out of there safely. FBZ now still moving forward, trying to find somebody, but perhaps that heart doesn't matter. He's falling quite low. Armel jumps back in. He's going to be so careful not to die though, as they do jump back in straight after Armel, but he'll use up. Still alive throughout all this. He does get out of there, just barely. Now FBZ straight onto Gabby. Gabby's falling low. He'll Strength Morph and Ghost form up, and now he'll steal the Ember Spirit form. And does manage to barely get out of there. But Boom ID are still in the lead in all this. They are still going to try and force in this tier 3 tower.
It's going to be rough. They still can, but with these two cores still alive...
Oh, KP, no, you can't get caught like that. He gets caught by the Centaur FBZ. He's gone. Gabby. He'll buy it back. Gabby falling low, but not low enough. In fact, Armel falling even lower, but he'll get out of there. KP now with the Rolling Thunder, but immediate BKB coming up from Makoto and the Abyssal straight onto Armel. He does manage to get out just barely. They don't have the Boundless Strike available. KP keeping them away with that Rolling Thunder. Now they may just find the Monkey. It's so darn close, but no, Armel. He goes down to the Boundless. Still, they'll find the trade. FBZ, he just wants the racks. He just wants the objectives. Can he find it? He's trying to run away now. It's been disarmed and he will not get it.
No.
It's one right click away. But the Heavens Halberd coming up. Satanic now up on Gabby, so he has a way of forcing his way back up in HP during these team fights, though. Mel does manage to get away just barely from Dreamer Cell's Slide of his chains, although the team fight has started. Makoto, he found KP. FBZ was not in position to get a hoof stomp off, but he's still looking. They fight. They just want those megas. TNC, they've got to defend anyway. There are super creeps coming in through the top lane. Now the team fight split, so FBZ, does he continue moving forward? It looks like he wants to, but he's just a little bit afraid it could be bait though. Here comes the Remnants forward. They won't find Tims. He Glimmer Capes up, but they found Armel with the chains. Still Rolling Thunder coming in from KP now, just controlling up the side of Boom ID. Where's the rest of the cavalry? There's the False Promise coming in, and now they found Gabby. That's going to be massive. They can take him up though. No, Tims, he gets the disruption off. Dreamer Cell though does take down Tims and Gabby. He falls too low. He does go down. He doesn't have buyback.
Oh boy.
It's not on cooldown.
No.
He spent all his gold on the
gold.
He spent all his gold on the Satanic, and he didn't even get to use it properly because he ghost scepted.
Oh boy. Armel now as well.
Oh,
he has buyback at least, but
can they hold?
Without Gabby? Oh.
We saw March and KP hold by themselves before. This is a bit of a harder situation though, as KP getting caught out. He'll be okay with the Glimmer Cape though. FBZ has caught out March. Still FBZ somehow falling low to Tims. Makoto gonna move his way in once again. Just wants that Enchantress though. March is standing his ground and now will back off. Aghanim Scepter now up on the Rubik as the FBZ, a great stun on Tims, but he does manage to Glimmer Cape away once again. And now per Dreamer Cell, the Lincolns will be broken. Armel, oh, the Boundless just on the tip. He'll get the Yules off in KP. He needs to save Armel. He does manage it. Again, the Rolling Thunder not allowing this Rax to go down, though. They need to buy 25 seconds for Gabby. They get the chains off on March. He'll heal his way up. Still, the Rax is being protected. March managing to get out. And now Makoto, he's falling pretty darn low. He has to be pretty darn careful about this, though. No, False Promise will be there. They get the Megas, but still the Divine would be much more appropriate, I feel. FBZ dumps on the cliff. KP, is this bait? Gabby, he's moving in. Armel now wants to find a target. In fact, that was Hyde, excuse me. Rolling Thunder, KP, not going to find anyone, but they get the Rubik. Still, they shotgun him down. It's a 4 versus 5 now, and there's no buyback on that Rubik. Gabby now going after FBZ. He's still on the cliff right now, John. He can't blink off. He's dead.
Oh, God.
He'll buy it back. Double chains is there from Dreamer, so Armel, he's very low, but he could get out. In fact, no, the Abyssal will be there in time. Makoto's not playing games this time around. They'll go after another. KP does go down, and both those heroes do not have buyback.
That's at least going to be the Roche going the way of Boom ID. And with an exposed base, they can't afford to actually turn this fight around. Now, the good thing is March makes this really easy to defend. Look at that. Surrounded by the creeps, is slowly losing HP though, but should be able to hold on to that Ancient. They will have to surrender to Roche. Force the buyback out of that scent. But you're going to have to play against Aegis and Cheese.
Ancient is exposed. Gabby pops the Minotaur Horn straight away. How do you hold this? It just seems so difficult. The Makoto bound on strike. KP starts with the Rolling Thunder. He's going to roll in straight after Makoto, but there's the BKB immediately coming out, and they go after Tims. They don't want any of these games coming out from Tims, though. He force-staffs himself out of there with the Force Boots, it seems, and now they'll move in for the team fight. There is one dropping low. I think that's the Monkey King, in fact, falling very, very low to Gabby. Gabby, can he take him out? Not quite. Dreamer Cell. He'll find the kill onto Tims in the back lines. Meanwhile, Gabby, a nice double hoof stomp, but he's dealing no damage here. Gabby, he may fall too low. He doesn't have Satanic to pop any longer, and the Ancient is gone. Boom ID will not throw game number 3, as TNC will be dropped to the lower bracket of the minor qualifiers, and Boom ID, I want to say against all odds, John, do move forward in the upper bracket, and now they'll either be versing Reality Rift and or IO Dota 2. Well, I mean, what a series. Boom ID, they looked really darn good.
Definitely. This is the best I've seen Boom out of all the tournaments we've seen them in. Out of all the qualifiers we've seen them play in, this is them at their best. And this is them playing consistently. If they can keep this performance up in their next match in the upper bracket finals, and